Hey guys, Fury here, and today we're back on the Great Imperium SMP. In today's video we're going to be doing some massive base work. Now I did actually plan for this episode to be on the end. We're going to do that in about 2 months from now because I've got a lot of exams and stuff going on. The server's been up for about, the time of this recording, this episode's out, about a month and a bit. So I think about 2 months, that sort of timing. And yeah, we're just going to get straight into this episode. First thing we need to do is get a second tower, which is now right there, and we now need to build a little wall going between this tower and that tower there. And now a mighty bridge connects the two of our first towers at the front section of our base. But to be able to get from this tower to that tower, we're going to need to make a bridge somewhat similar to the bridges that we have in between our spikes over our starter base. So now let's build a massive bridge from here to there, going around this sort of pattern like we have in the wall. And soaring through the sky at daylight, we can see our brand new bridge looking majestic as ever, all with soul torches and soul lanterns going from the bottom of the wall to the top of the bridge. And this looks really nice, and I'll show you guys later at night. This place looks sick, and we have a nice straight pathway over to the second tower. Now let me show you what I've done over there before we move on to anything else. And as you can see already, it looks like there's a bit of an opening. It looks a little bit more defined. Flying towards it, we can see our mini Mandalorian starfighter. And as we enter, there's a parked starfighter there, a landed version, and we have this massive area on the inside to play around with. First thing that we're going to have to do is make a big storage area and super smelter on this wall here, because this wall isn't going to go to the outside area. So let's put in some barrels and a super smelter. And now we have a completed setup with a bed, stone cutter, grindstone, furnaces, super smelter, storage, literally everything we could need. So let me just quickly run you through the main area. First, from the middle we have our sleeping quarters, campfire, blast furnace, smoker for food and instant resources, anvils and shulker storage. The deep slate is temporary blocks, and when I get 3 more shulkers they'll take that place. Over on the left hand side I have my trophies for an Illager banner and a dragon head. Moving further in, we have the other essential tables and stands that we need, and then a majority and mixed up storage system, just so I have a varied idea of where my things will be. On the right hand side we have storage, and we then have the main super smelter. So we open up these panels, there's storage for other stuff, and we can then access the super smelter. We have the items on top, products on the bottom, and then you have to go around to the back to put the fuel in, but no one else is going to see that, so I'm just going to keep it covered up. In addition to this, we now need to make the other parts of our base, aka smaller farms and our new food supply. And to make that, we're going to go to the underneath of the base. But if we look on the outside, I've made a sort of cliff edge which our whole base sits upon before it gets dug into the mountain. I've tried to use a bit of andesite and warped items to look like vines, and then shroom lights for a bit of a light source. We're going to temporarily have this area opened up so we can access the inside, cut away around here and open ourselves multiple layers that are all flat and relatively evenly sized, so that we can start making farms and different areas of the base. Alright guys, so there's been some massive changes since the last clip. So Zen gifted me a shulker box with a bunch of food. We added a mod for some mob heads, so I'll have a bunch of different mob heads, including creepers, zombies, the dragon head from before, pillagers, all the other sorts, a bunch of banners from Zen's raid thingy, a white sheep, a horse, donkey and a bunny. Now I actually want to try and collect as many of these sheep heads as possible and put them into my mini gauntlet ships like I have with this Wither Skull. But before we put that sheep into its own ship flying off somewhere around the base, let's go on the inside and I'm sure what I've done. So on the first layer we're going to be doing a massive storage system. So we have some nether stuff here, stone, dripstone, etc. We have the end stuff over here for tearing down the end in the future. Going further down we have our massive farm so we can get all the wheat, melons and pumpkins that we'll ever need, especially for trading with our villagers. Next layer, empty for now, and the layer underneath, full of farms. This one's a cactus farm, currently with a couple stacks of cactus. This one here is bamboo and sugarcane. So we can see bamboo sugarcane here, and I use bamboo as a fuel source. And over here is our chorus farm, so we shoot down these things, push this button, water, plant these again, and just keep farming. Eventually I'll make an automatic version of it. And then we have the bone meal maker. We literally put seeds in at the top that we get from the farm, put them here and we get some bone meal. Going from the front to the mini ship over here, then put some invisible item frames, so we now have glowstone thrusters. We also have all of our villagers here, 3 librarians, 3 farmers, and 2 of the guys at the brewing stands. Over here we have knockback 1 and multi-shot, silk touch, lore 1, mending, protection 4, looting 3, looting 2, and then all of the trades for our farm, so the wheat, the pumpkins and the melons, as well as getting the golden carrots we have over here. Now to build the sheep in the Mandalorian fighter, the first thing we're going to need is this sheep head, some white concrete, some stone for the thrusters like we have over here, glass, and some scaffolding blocks such as cobblestone. We're going to build the ship out here at the front where I have set up the next tower and 1 starship here, another one made of different materials hunting down a TIE fighter. What we want to make this ship coming from this upper area over here, somewhere above this small area and going at an angle like this ship right here. First of all we're going to create the main body shape like that one there, using white concrete over here. The small body looking like a mini sphere, we now need to extend it to look like the other ships. First thing is 3 blocks along the bottom, then 1 block up here, blocks coming off from the sides here, another block here, some gloss here, 2 more blocks along this side, an armor stand, the sheep head, a piston, white concrete, block of redstone, some more glass, redstone again, and the sheep is now in the cockpit of its new fighter. To make these wings, all we have to do is put a block here, put a block here, break this block, and extend these blocks out. We're going to move them around 2, 3 here, and then this will be where the wing is on the other side, a bit further up. And this block should be about 1 block or 2 blocks further out than the cockpit, with stone on the back for the thrusters. Then have to mirror this onto the bottom, and with the sheep gauntlet fighter built, we now have a new fighter joining our small military. Up from the top, it does stand out a bit from the landscape a lot more than the other fighters do, mainly because the other fighters are black whilst this fighter is white, and obviously it's a different type of white to the snow. It's a bit more grey, a tiny bit darker than the colour of the snow is. But regardless of that, we now have a sheep piloting a gauntlet starfighter, or at least a mini version of a gauntlet starfighter. And every episode we're going to go sheep hunting, maybe make a sheep farm soon to get different colours, kill some sheep and try and get different coloured sheep heads to pilot different gauntlet fighters all over this base. And soon enough we'll see gauntlet fighters come from this direction, go in that direction, that direction, that direction, going every direction. Just have a small fleet of mini gauntlet fighters. Before we end this episode, Zen gifted me 2 netherite ingots, which we're going to use to upgrade our pickaxe and our sword. So using our smithing table, we're going to upgrade ourselves a netherite sword and a netherite pickaxe. The first netherite tools that we have on this series, and soon enough we can get ourselves some netherite armor over here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and next week we'll be carrying on with our main base, hopefully adding in another sheep gauntlet fighter, building more and more towers and more bridges connecting them round, and starting to make this base feel like one big project. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.